God bless. Let's get into the verse of the video. Today's verse comes from the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 42. And Jesus says, "Whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a great millstone were hung around his neck and he were thrown into the sea." Today's video is going to be a unboxing and review for the Adidas FiveTen Trailcross Mid Pro. First, we're going to speak on price. Usually these cost $170 US, and I actually got into the Adidas website for 30% off at $119 US. So I thought that was a good deal, and I had been looking at these shoes for a while, so I decided to pull the trigger. Let's talk about sizing. On their website, they specify try ordering a half size smaller because they do run large. So I got a size 13 and a size 12 and a half. I usually wear 13 in every other branded shoe. So I got the 13 and the 12 and a half just to be sure. I tried on the 13 and the 13 was just flat out way too big. And the 12 and a half was even a little too big, right? So I stuck with the 12 and a half. So that being said, I usually wear 13s and basketball shoes and all around my shoes, except for some hiking boots that I purchased. And I'm sticking with the 12 and a half. So if you're ordering the Adidas Trailcross, keep in mind to go half a size smaller. So let's start with the specs of the shoe. This shoe is a mountain biking shoe that's versatile to hike a bike, meaning you have to get off of your bike and push through a certain section, right? So that being said, it's stiff like a mountain biking shoe, but it's got some flex like a hiking shoe. So the mountain biking section would be this dotty pattern for the pedal. The hike a bike for the uphill, as you can see, it still got the dotty pattern, but it's got slants in it to be able to grip onto the uphill. And for downhill, it's got these slots down here to be able to have protection for your heel and for your sole. So it's got protection, it's got grip for the uphill, for the downhill, and for your bike, which I thought was awesome. So also, it's got the FiveTen Stealth Rubber, which is like world famous and pretty much the #1 brand rubber as far as in mountain biking shoes. That's like the standard, is the Stealth Rubber. And this one's got the Phantom grip, which I believe is their second grippiest rubber, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But that comes to the bottom of the sole. Now we're gonna talk to the side of the sole. As you can see, it's got these two little ports right here. And those allow, if you're walking through water, it allows water to run through. It's got ports on the inside and out. So these shoes are not specified as waterproof, but I was told that this material is water repellent. So if you get a couple drops as you're riding through a shallow creek or something, it probably will repel the water, right? And they claim to be fast drying. But as far as it being waterproof, if you're walking through puddles, you're obviously gonna get your foot wet. Another thing with the sole, this has a shock absorption sole. So if you come off of a jump and you land hard, this sole is supposed to absorb the shock. And also, it's got a reinforced toe box. I was kind of iffy on this, but I did look at a couple videos and looked at some reviews, and somebody stated that they were going full speed, full pull, and they hit a boulder with their toes with these specific boots, and that it protected their toes. So I was like, okay, that's a huge plus. So let it be known that it's got a reinforced toe box. It's pretty firm now that I feel it up close and personal. The heel is reinforced, it's sturdy, and also it's got mesh right here, which accounts for breathability. If I would have gotten a straight downhill boot or shoe, it would have been a lot more beefier and not as breathable. And where I'm from and where I ride, it tends to get hot, so I wanted something that was light, versatile for the hiker bike, and breathable. I love the fact that it laces up all the way to the top, meaning a high top, right? And also the fact that it's got D3O on the outside and inside. As you can see, D3O. That's the material that Fox uses, and it's malleable, but coming upon impact, it turns hard. So if you hit your ankle bone and you're riding, this little pad right here turns firm and absorbs the hit before your bone does. So I thought that was awesome. Another plus is the cuff right here. This keeps the debris from coming in, maybe rocks, sand, stickers, thorns, whatever the case may be. That way you have nothing irritating your foot between the sock and the shoe itself. So I had looked at multiple shoes, and this is the one that I'm sticking with. Me being an enduro trail rider in hot weather that does hike a bike and with ankle problems from basketball and other sports, this is what led me towards this shoe. Some people call it a boot, but now that I look at it right here in person, it's more like a high top shoe. It doesn't feel as heavy as a boot. It feels firm like one, but not as heavy as one. So I think they did a great job with this. And remember, this is just an unboxing review. So look out for my long-term review after riding with these for a while. I did try them on the bike, and the grip is pretty good. I was riding out there with some $30 Walmart shoes, and never again. I'd hate to need these shoes and not have them, so now I'm going to feel extra supported. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and thank you for your time.